NCCA present Little Newsies.
Hey you, are you 5? I am, baby. My name is Bram.
And I'm Jake, Bram's dad, but some people call me BoxerBlu. Blah! And here is the news.
Hi everybody, today is Tuesday, March 23rd, 2021. I got my vaccine yesterday.
Oh, was it the Moderna vaccine?
Yes, it was, but, those guys, what guys? I'm gonna tell you at the end of the story, you're gonna hear. So, today is National Diabetes Day.
What is diabetes? I don't really understand what diabetes even is.
Diabetes, it's a very serious disease, Many people have it. They don't even know they have it. In fact, 1 in 4 Americans have it. They don't even know they have it. Basically, it's when your blood glucose is too high. It's like the sugar in your blood, and it's not being used by your body.
Oh my gosh, is there any cure?
Yes, of course. There are ways to prevent diabetes and to also to lessen its effects. If you think you might have diabetes or you just don't know, then of course you should see your doctor.
Oh, then thank you. So the first story I tell is really, really cool. It's all about the Junior Iditarod.
Oh, Iditarod. I don't know what the Iditarod is. Is that about racing dogs?
Yeah, it is kind of about racing dogs, but you're like a dog man. It's not quite the same thing.
Yes, so in Alaska, it's very famous. There's this race called the Iditarod, and like the regular one is, 500 some miles in the Alaskan, wilderness, and basically, you're racing dogs, and you're mushing dogs. It's very dangerous and cool, and Jack London-esque.
What?
Yes, but there's this new one.
Am I telling the story or you?
Oh yes, sorry.
Yeah, so it's called the Junior Iditarod. It just ended last week, and it was like, 10 dogs and 150 miles, and so these are kids.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, there's like 14 to 17-year-old kids who sometimes, it's the first time they've ever gone, away from their parents for the night, and so they're going because 150 miles of wilderness in Alaska. They have to know their dogs. Some dogs like eating beef, and some dogs like eating fish, and they have to know which dogs need what.
Oh yes, and did somebody win?
Yeah, so a boy named Morgan Martins won. He's 14 years old. He's from Wisconsin. He's the only one in the race that's not from Alaska.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's fascinating. I also saw some pictures of the Aurora Borealis.
What's the Aurora Borealis?
Oh, it's the northern lights. You can see them in Alaska. At the end of the Junior Iditarod, you can actually see them. Wow. Douche.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah?
What's an imaginary number?
Oh, imaginary number is like Chalunga or like Chicta. It's numbers that aren't real.
No, Dad. That was not really a real question because I know what they are. An imaginary number is a number that like people made up to solve problems that kind of didn't exist or what number?
I don't understand.
Well, it's like this, 2 times 2 is 4, right? It's always 4, right?
Yes.
And then there's a number that's negative, right? So let's say -4.
Oh, like on the thermometer, below 0 is -4, right?
Yes, there's a number -4. Okay, so imagine there was a number that when you times itself, it became negative.
But that's not possible, Bram. All numbers, Oh, I see, and that's an imaginary number.
Yeah, so high school students, they learn about these imaginary numbers, and they don't really make sense. There's I. It's the letter I. But so, physicists, these are the scientists that study, how things work, quantum mechanics.
I don't understand quantum mechanics.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, Dad. There's this really great book. It's amazing. It's called My First Book of Quantum Physics. It's really, really nice. And it's, by Shaddad, Kaid-Sala, and Edward Al-Tariba.
Wow, those are names.
Yeah, so it is. So anyway, it tries to explain, quantum physics and things like that to kids.
Oh, yes.
And so, for example, there's this page, it's called Planck's Quanta. So the name quantum physics, it's scary for a lot of people, for adults even. Basically, it's trying to explain things that don't really make sense. So one of the things that this scientist named Planck made up a long time ago, or Planck, however you want to say it, he wanted to know what happened. You make something really hot, you make metal hot. make it hotter, make it hotter, make it hotter, and it doesn't make light. But at some point, the metal makes light. And that's where the idea of quanta came from, little packets of light. And they wanted to know why they happen. Quantum physics is kind of really weird. It's just like this mysterious world of like little tiny atoms and subatomic particles that we don't understand.
Oh, yes. So how does this get back to what we're talking about the imaginary numbers?
Oh, so there's a scientist. His name is Thomas Vertesi. He's from Hungary. He's the Institute for Nuclear Research at the Hungarian Academy of Sciences.
That's a really long word.
Yes, I know it is. But anyway, basically they're saying that imaginary numbers actually can be used to understand things. Like they're not just like this crazy thing that's made up by somebody. They actually can be used to understand science and physics.
Oh, douche.
Dad, have you ever seen the Dove soap ad? You know, that one where about like evolution?
Oh, yes. Boys and girls out there, get your mom and dad. You might want to Google this. This was something back in the day. It was pretty interesting. Please, just type in the words Dove Beauty Evolution and watch this video. It just shows you how much is done to make a woman look like a magazine cover, like you see, and it's really quite unnatural. They stretch her neck and they do all these things. And so Dove has become pretty well known to have like real people and, to care about real women and things like that, real beauty and all those things.
Yes, and so Unilever, the company that owns Dove, basically they just decided they're going to take the word normal out of all of their products.
Oh, yes. Normal. Well, what's wrong with normal, Bram? I didn't really understand.
Oh, because not everybody even feels normal, right? If you say, like, this is for normal people and you're like a weird person or you feel weird, like you and me are kind of weird, right?
Yes, so you might feel excluded by the word normal.
Yes, but that hasn't stopped Fox News and some other, people to say, like, it's cancel culture, baby! It's cancel culture!
Cancel culture? What is cancel culture exactly, Bram?
Oh, cancel culture is the idea, like, we don't like that, we're gonna say, boo, boo, we don't like that, it's gone, baby, it's gone!
Why do you keep saying baby gone?
I don't know. So these Fox News hosts, Harris Faulkner and Tommy Lauren and John Rich, are saying that, Dove removing the word normal is sort of like, the Muppets getting a warning on Disney Plus, or Mr. Potato Head becoming Potato Head. Why do we do this? Why do we have to be afraid to offend people? Why can't we just say what we want to say?
Well, Bram, on some level, I guess I understand that. But the fact is, it does offend some people to have the word normal on a product. And so, if you want to make money, if you're a business like Unilever, you don't want to offend people, right?
Yes, that's what I'm saying with Disney and saying Muppet. There's some crazy Muppet episodes from the 70s, I guess, where, I don't know, Steve Martin said some crazy things or something, I don't know. But so they want to make sure people are not offended.
Oh, douche. Bram, last week, or 2 weeks ago, I was pretty angry.
Yes, I remember that because of the potato in the toilet. How could I possibly forget?
Yes, so, sometimes we all get angry, and sometimes, we even get sad. What do you do when you're sad, Bram?
When I'm sad, I like to pick petunias.
Okay, but what if we don't have any petunias?
When I'm sad, I like to draw a picture of the sun.
That's nice. Some people, they don't know what to do. So Norman Rockwell's a very famous artist, right? You might remember some of his paintings that he's made. So, for example, Rosie the Riveter, paintings like that. They show people that are so proud and so happy. But the funny thing is, Norman Rockwell, he actually was a sad man. He saw therapists.
Therapists?
A therapist is somebody who helps you when you're sad, when you have to feel better.
Oh, okay. Why are you telling me this?
Oh, so some scientists at the University of California, Riverside, they did this experiment. Basically, they paid some people to be extroverted or to act extroverted, and paid some other people to be introverted, right, or act introverted.
What do those words mean? Extroverted and introverted? I don't know the difference.
Well, extroverted means, you like smiling and meeting people and going out and saying, hey, what's up, buddy? Stuff like that.
Ooh. And I guess introverted means like, you like reading books and, not talking to people very much, like drinking coffee and like music really quiet.
Yes, something like that. I feel like you know something like that.
Yes, I do.
So anyway, they did this experiment where they took people who are not necessarily extroverts, and they said, act extroverted for 1 week. Just do it, go out there and do the thing that you want to do because that's what extroverts do.
Yes, and so what happened?
So they did it, and it actually made them feel happier.
Oh, that's weird. That's like fake it until you make it, baby.
Something like that. But the idea really is that if you want to be happy, you want to give your happiness to others, and then somehow your body, your brain, you start feeling happier too.
Oh, wow. I'm going to try that.
Bram, you're pretty happy. I think I should try that.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Douche.
Hey, Dad.
Yes?
Whenever we get a pizza, have you noticed that, it's not very good?
You mean because it's been in the cardboard box for so long?
Yes. It's all gross. Sometimes the pizza in the restaurants is different from the way we get it at home.
Yes, so that's actually this weird thing about pizza boxes. I don't know if you know this, but in general, the more delicious the pizza is, the more the box actually hurts it.
Why is that?
Well, when you bake a pizza, it's in the oven, it's dry, so the heat is dry, right?
Yes?
So in the oven, it's dry, but in the pizza box, it's steam.
Oh, so it kind of makes it all gross.
Yes, so a weird part about the pandemic is that, people are ordering a lot of pizza.
Yes, oh my gosh, I get pizza every week, right?
Yes, and so with this pizza, people ordering pizza, they care about, the taste. So some of these pizzerias, they're making better pizza boxes.
Oh, like how?
So for example, there's one pizzeria called Wheated in Brooklyn in New York City. They have this stiff white disc inside with little small dimples, and they're just, it absorbs the steam or something like that, so the pizza tastes better.
Wow, so it's actually in a way, the pandemic is making innovation happen, right?
Yes, exactly.
Wow. Well, everybody, that's the end of our show. We always have 5 stories, and so my dad's going to tell us a story about getting the vaccine.
Oh, yes. Really quickly, my number came up, and I was in Hoboken, New Jersey, just a couple days ago, and, I had to find the location. It was a little hospital, right? And so I walked around, listened to my music, and I saw this sign that said, "Vaccine, enter here."
So what?
So I went to the door, I pressed the button on the door, and it was locked. And so the security guard came out, he's like, "Hey, what's up? What are you doing there?" I'm like, well, I'm just trying to get my vaccine, sir. Yeah, that's not how you open that door. Doesn't matter what you do. You gotta open that door a different way. And so I was like, well, I just want to get a vaccine. I don't really understand. But, sometimes people, they play this mind game. Somebody walked up, and it was a lady, she said, "I have an appointment for a vaccine." And then the security guard's like, "Oh, come on in." But for me, he played this weird mind game, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, sometimes security guards, they play mind games. I don't know why. Thanks for listening to Little News Ears, everybody. I hope you have a really nice 2 weeks, and, take care of yourself.
Yes, I love you, Bram. Never forget, you are my son. I love you so much.
Thanks, Dad. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Do you want this week's news? Go to littlenewsears.com.
Don't forget to check out our videos on youtube.com and our teacher lesson plans and more on littlenewsears.com. May your sweetness shine.
And your colors glow. Blah!
Sources for today's broadcast include the New York Times, the Daily Beast, Quanta Magazine, and The Atlantic.